Hi guys, you'll be pleased to know that this is your final assessment task for Fashion, Hair and Beauty, and it is your major project of an independent investigation. Remember I told you earlier in the term that you had to come up with your own choice of topic for this particular last assessment task. So I loaded this the other day, but realised a lot of you needed to catch up on the fashion booklet and tasks. So you'll see it last week, but tomorrow you definitely need to start it. Time is running out. So in today's lesson, you'll see it there. You need to click on it, save it, and then enable editing, and then you need to start work on it in this first of the double period today. So with this particular project, you have to choose an area or areas to focus on that come under the heading of either the fashion, the hair, or beauty. And you will have approximately 5 to 6 weeks to get this finished before I have to do the assessment on it. So it is a design folio, just like you do in every other technology subject. So you investigate, design, produce, and evaluate. But as you know, also there's a few extra steps we do before we start that process. So some of the ideas for you under the heading of fashion. So it could be that you're interested in doing some fashion design. So it could be designing of anything you like that comes under that category. So it's up to you. You could design costuming, you could design something for a special occasion or event, such as maybe in a few years' time you're thinking about doing the presentation ball. You might like to design a few gowns or something you think are really nice and would suit you for that. You could look at sportswear, sleepwear, casual wear. You could even go back and look at the development or the history of a certain item of clothing over the decades or the centuries, depending what it is that you do. You could focus back on to doing some more recycling stuff if that's what you particularly liked. Remember, with the practical part of things, we're going to be limited in the time we have to actually make things, and who knows if we're back or not to be able to do this. So whatever it is, it needs to be something that's not going to take you forever and that you have the skills to do it, or you can develop those skills really quickly. Under the heading of hair projects, you might think about different hairstyles for particular occasions. So you would come up with those occasions yourself and pick one that you'd like to make a style for. We had people last year who actually came up with some elaborate braids that actually had accessories put in them for a special occasion. You could look at styling and colouring for certain occasions or certain people with their different complexions and facial shapes, etc. You could look at kids' hairstyles. It's really up to you. Under the heading of beauty, so this is where you can do any of those topics we've already done, plus more. For example, we didn't touch on nails. Go right ahead. If you want to look at artificial nails, the different types, etc., perfect. Go for it. Stage makeup or makeup for a special occasion. You could look at all the whiz-bang skin treatments there are out there. Treatments if you have special skin conditions, that sort of thing. So it's really about you picking an area that you have an interest in. So with your ideas, and you're probably clicking over hopefully now as to areas you might like to look at, you can look at any one or a combination. And the production part, you don't actually have to physically make an item like a skirt or whatever. You can do things like make a PowerPoint presentation. You could do a sketch folio. You could actually take photos of you having it done to somebody else. You know, you're putting together a small video showing how you've done a facial on someone, etc. That could be your production part of things. So the first little bit on your page there is just a bit of while things are going through your head at the moment, just jot down any ideas coming into your head about things that you are starting to think about that you would like to do. So, you know, just jot them down, do a few sketches, a few ideas about what you might like to do under those headings. Then, what you also need to do, just to help you develop some of the possibilities or examples that you could do under that particular heading, go to somewhere like Pinterest or Google the topic and find out some more. So you have to come up with, on this page you'll see it's asking you for 3 possible topics and the sorts of things you could do under that heading. So I've given you one example. So the topic could be hair accessories for a special occasion. So examples underneath that of different areas. So what sort of hair clips are available? What sort of accessories are available for special occasions? Could be a wedding. What also could be done, you might decide that your topic's going to be hair braids for special occasions. So underneath that, what are some specific braiding that is done? So different types of braiding could be under there. Or it just could be the heading is braids and then the examples are braids for special occasions, braids for sporting events, etc. Just depends what area you want to go into. Another topic underneath that, maybe you're into nails. So the heading could be artificial nails. And then underneath that, what sort of things in particular would you like to look at? You know, would you just like to focus, as an example, on the types available? Would you like to look at things like what are the artificial nails that in fact don't destroy your real nails? What part of artificial nails do you want to actually look at? Some people might like to do some of the latest things at the moment. So, you know, eyelashes are big. What sort are there out there, etc. So your heading is just going to be eyelashes, and then underneath what particular examples come under that heading that you might like to look at. So really, it's fairly open and it's up to you. So this particular area is going to take you most of this first session. When you have had a good look and you come up with 3 topics, you then have to make a big decision. So what are you going to focus on? So this next part in the booklet says my chosen topic is going to be, and what things are you going to particularly look at within that topic? Then, how are you going to do the production part? So it says, as a lead-in for that, for the production I will be making, presenting, I might be demonstrating, photographing, videoing, whatever, as proof of solving your design brief. Then, underneath that, you're going to find that there is a map. It's a design map. Just like with any design folio, we start with a design problem, a problem that we need to solve for someone. So you could have someone in the class who is going to be your client and they want you to, we had girls last year who wanted to look at how you can do nail polish decorating. And they found some one in the class who wanted them to do the research for them. They actually did the research. They found different things. The person in the class actually chose the one they liked, and then they actually did it on their nails. So you can make up a person, you can find a real person. So the first box is asking you, who do you think you'll do it for? What do they need? And when do they need it? So just for ease for this question, you are just going to say they need it to be completed in 4 weeks' time, because that's our time frame too. In the right-hand box, you'll see what do they want and what size is it. So you need to describe what it is they want you to do. Sometimes the size won't matter. Like size is there if you're making a garment for someone or whatever. So it's really what do they want. If you are doing research and you're doing a PowerPoint, something like that, then in that box you're going to say, they want me to present my research on what I actually found out. And the presentation is they want me to do a video, etc. The bottom left-hand box is about what materials you need. So that's going to differ greatly depending on your topic. So materials is going to be equipment, fabrics if you need that, any items at all that you're going to need to actually produce whatever it is that they're asking. How is it to be made and what features? So when girls did braiding last year, of course, it was related to the hair. So this person wants you to do a braid for a special occasion. They want you to put, purple flowers in it is the special feature. Sorry, I'm not too good at video. I get carried away. So that's the sort of thing by features we're talking about. So at this stage, you then have to write a design brief. So for this particular thing, remember, a design brief is like a story about someone asking you to solve a problem for them, and it contains the who, the what, the where, the how, and the why. And within that, there will be 6 things that they're asking you to do, no more than 6. So within that, the first sentence is going to be, my friend is looking at getting a set of artificial nails, and she's asked me to look into the types of nails that are available. And then you go on with your story. So that covers the who and the what, and then you go on with the other, answering the other parts. At this stage, you are not going to go any further. You are going to submit what you have done up to this stage so that I can give you feedback and help. You will need to email me particular questions if you are confused, and we can organise somehow we can actually work through it together. Okay, so this is where you need to get up to. I will be available during these 2 hours, so please email me with any questions. Thank you.